Hey, what's going on? Oh, something wrong with my face camera there. Let me see. Hope you're having a good night. Started a little late today. I go home. I've been painting this log cabin. New paint job. And basically just got home a little late, then I had to cook dinner, so figured I'd start after I was done eating. How are y'all tonight? How are y'all tonight? I don't know what's up with my camera here. Well, at least everything else working. Oh, there we go. Hey, what's up? What's up here? It was yummy. Just finished. Gonna keep it short and sweet tonight. It overall feels better if I make myself work on it a little. I think what feels the worst is when I wake up the next day and work on my painting at all. Where did we leave off? We did some masking. I started with some of the rock. It's gonna be interesting balancing the lights and darks in this one. I don't know if you can see it on the screen. No, you can't really. But yeah. It's such a dark wash. Decided to mess with the masking again. I'm new to the masking, so I'm looking for reasons to get better with it. Let's see here. Fixing the palette camera a little. So for those of you that don't know, in case there's someone new watching, we draw like everything on this channel pretty much. Over, you know, if you're looking over the past 4 years. And we're on a little like fan art kick. I think it started with the Betty Netch painting. Last one, so this one we're painting Blackreach from Skyrim, which is a dwarven ruin. It's underground. It's a big cave. And it's been fun. I honestly might just keep doing some fan art for the next 2 or 3. I've always wanted to. It's almost like there was a weird stubborn artist part of me that was like, no, I don't want to do fan art because it's like I didn't make it up myself. That's so dumb. It's like I think of it as a tribute now. A tribute to the gods. The gods who created the Elder Scrolls universe. What is it, Talos? Daedric ones too. So, didn't even get around to activating my watercolors yet. For those of you wondering, I use a marriage between gouache and watercolor. I try to do most of it in watercolor, but I think it's just because it's like whatever I'm into at the moment. It's not really like a set process. Sometimes I'm feeling like playing with gouache, so I'll use more of that, and sometimes I feel like playing with watercolor. Sometimes I like seeing what both do. There's definitely practical applications for either one. Like sometimes getting the lights at the end of the painting are just easier with the gouache. But sometimes I like to challenge myself and just do the watercolor. Depends. It's like we were saying last time, do you want to paint around every snowflake, you know? So, when I reactivate my big part of my palette, I'll just take a really wet wash brush and just sort of like do one single line over it. And it proves my point that I was just talking about last stream. where, because see how that was completely dry, I was able to put water over it without moving it. But there's a fool's gold, we could call it, where you think it's dry and it's not, and you'll move it right away. But again, you know, you only have like 2 to 3 passes on it before you will reactivate it, but you can get away with 1 or 2. It's almost like watercolor. It reminds me of painting on a digital program when you start separating the layers, the layers. Very similar. So, I think I was working on some of the Dwemer colors there. So right behind this bush is a big, obvious shape. This back here. I think I'm gonna go for that. And I'm gonna get my short round. I like the short round because you can be a little more aggressive with it. I think you can get a little more out of it. Its fine tip dies out very quick on like a long or a normal round. Say it lasts a little bit longer. But like, they're versatile, and I lean towards brushes that don't hold as much water. I feel like when I'm in a position where I have to add water, I get better results rather than adding too much water all the time. And it's just user error. It's not, I'm not like blaming the normal round brush, but feels like a never-ending quest. Finding what art supplies you like the most. So I'm making a really cold, really dark mixture here. I do want to get it to lean a little green, but not everywhere. It's not so dark that it's pitch black, but it's dark enough to where you're questioning the details that are merging together. I'm gonna toss in a little Prussian blue. This has a lot of green in it. It's a great color. You can do a lot with it. And now I have some yellow in there. But bring it out a little more. Grab just a tad of this cadmium yellow. And I'm not gonna mix it into the whole puddle. I'm just gonna put it into the right side of that puddle. I'll even grab a little of this green. And then I'm gonna clean my brush. This will help me get some color variance. My microphone's a little bit weird. Hopefully that sounds a bit better. And it's probably still not dark enough. Keep going. So Steph, you all still in exploration mode over there? Or are you back home? Or still adventure moding with Tom? Somewhere around there. Just testing it. I think I might canvas mix on this one, which just means like not pre-mixing the color so much. It's a small spot, but I just want it to be dark enough. At the end of the day, it almost kind of doesn't even matter what color it is. Of course it does for mood, but for like readability, want to lose that bit of green. I'm gonna have to refill my cadmium yellow. Running out. It is out. That's officially no yellow. I recently blew a ton of money on all the primary colors. I have like 2 palettes, one's like all the colors and one's like just major primaries, because I like to keep my brain fresh on the color mixing. Grab a little cobalt instead. Start somewhere in there. Maybe a little too juicy. And I'm gonna leave a little edge outside that mushroom. I'm gonna attempt to get the glow. Kind of like that. I'm gonna let the pigment. I'll even add a little bit more water here. And I can try it with gouache later if it doesn't quite hit. Ah, damn, forgot to press the record. I'm still editing my last time lapse. I've been so slow with it. Y'all YouTubers that pump out a video a day, man, I don't know how you do it. I think just the the joy of video editing has died in me. I used to actually like being in the program, editing the videos, but I was always on both sides, like the video editor and the content. And these days I just don't. I lost the light on that. I like just creating the thing in the video now. I would love to have enough money to just pay someone to edit my stuff. So it's been slow on the video editing these days, but it's alright. I think that's why I like live so much, because I can just toss it on and just paint away. Like I was saying last time, it's just trying to record my journey. It's almost like a video log. I think at first I was trying to get all serious about streaming and getting views and all this stuff, but you just think you ever see one of those space movies where the guy is he's on a terraform ship on the way to Mars, and he's on the ship for 2 years or whatever, and he just has to put in a video log every day. It's to me, that's how streaming feels. I'm back home, but I just found out I'm going on a 24-day cruise from Seattle, Washington to Hawaii. Wow. Then to Tahiti, then on the Fiji, to Tahiti on the Fiji, then end up Sydney, Australia. Wow, holy crap. That's awesome. That's a long way. But hey, do it while you can, right? Do it while you can. We're only alive so long on this planet. Do not know how much time we have. Still not darker than the upper rockin'. I had a feeling I didn't add enough pigment anyway. Let's go for a dark color. Under here. There's a lot of talk on the internet and how-to art where it's, you know, you're supposed to work in this direction, you're supposed to work in that direction. The more I paint, the more you can work in any direction you want. There's all random, clever ways to work in any direction with any medium, whether you're transparent or not, I'd argue. I think the challenge is connecting the seams between things. I think that's why it generally works out more to paint in well-known orders that have been tested and proven, because it's like there's certain effects that are easier to achieve, but if you're trying to figure it out, you can pretty much start painting it anywhere, I'd say. With paint. No, we're talking paint here. Steve's going to hold down the fort. Oh! Steve's not going. Interesting. So it's you and your friend, I can't remember his name right now, for some reason it's escaping my mind. Tom? Surprised Steve skipped it out on that. But then again, not really surprised. I can picture him just wanting to chill. It's a whole lot of adventure. I could even see myself being like, ah, I'll chill. Just letting that dry up a little bit. Oh yeah, no, the color of the thing, that's what I was doing. I got distracted. I'd say this definitely treads more blue. I'll have to use Prussian here. Oops. Payne's to me looks a little more purple than Prussian, so keep that in mind. Payne's gray, but it is of blue enough. Get blue things out of it, I'd say. Or at least if you're using it to mix, you won't like slam your blue towards the red that bad. No, not Tom. No, my best friend, girlfriend, Cheryl, and I. Nice. And she went to China together for capillary. She and I went to China together a capillary of years ago. Did I say that word right? Sometimes I suck at reading. Let's see what happens here. It's logical to think to use Payne's gray because it has that red in it, which I keep having to use to mix this like bronzy color in super heavy blue atmosphere. I need to get more cadmium yellow here and open the chest of paint. So it's like a moment I get excited for. You don't get to open these often. That's probably like a weird artist thing, because I've been doing it so long, you end up developing like weird pleasures of the small things. If that makes sense. Like you yearn for that time to just open a watercolor tube, because watercolor goes so far. You don't need to refill it often. I'm just getting a sponge to get some of the dirty paint out there. There we have it. How was China? I feel like China is so huge, right? It's like, if you say you went to China, that could mean like 20 different biomes. I feel like there's every biome in China. Even like Arctic, if you count in like Mount Everest. Is Mount Everest is in China, right? Probably made myself sound dumb. Take a chance to refill a few of these. Here in Tennessee, in the central area of Tennessee.